from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast on a Friday with Mike and Jay. Big E, of course, is here. Mickey's back. How are you, buddy?
I'm well. What's with the disparity in wardrobe today? We got you bundled up like it's friggin' January. Then you got Mick sitting next to you like he's going to the beach, man.
Yeah.
It's the weekend.
Yeah, it is the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Oh, I guess it is.
It was colder upstairs. I had the air on and it got colder, so I just haven't.
Mickey and a wife beater over here.
This is a tank top, Jay.
Wife beater, tank top, same thing.
It was too hot down here yesterday. I was sweating my balls off.
Tank top
Yeah,
with a
yesterday
little
was
breast
hot.
pocket. What's up with that? What do you put in that?
An ascot,
Yeah, you tuck it in there.
a pocket square, if you will.
Pocket square.
Nice. Very
A
stylish.
condom. Do you understand that, Mike?
What?
Condom.
Condom.
Prophylactic.
Oh, yeah. Condom.
I've heard of
that
people
before.
using those, yeah.
I've heard people use the word. I'm not sure what they do or what they're for, but yeah, I'm familiar with the word condom.
Condom.
Yeah. How are you doing? How's your day?
Well, yeah, it was
Quite
good.
well.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
boys
yeah.
are here.
Yeah, they are. They came over for a little video game action and
Yeah.
some TV.
Yeah. Oh boy. God only knows what they're watching right now.
I
They've got
left
access
them-
to a lot.
I left them in your family room. I said, guys, this is like the opposite of our house. So enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, there's freaking video games everywhere.
You think there's
videos
sensor
everywhere.
overload going on
Yeah,
right now?
probably.
Because they
Maybe.
probably are trying to decide if they want to watch cable TV on a TV or play video games.
Yeah,
They're doing both.
They're
They-
blowing shit up when we left.
Yeah, when we left them, they were playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and they were wailing on some
But
monsters.
I feel like they do have video games, though, don't they?
Yeah,
Or no?
they do.
So that's my point. Like, I feel like for me, I'd want to be soaking up some freaking.
And they are
Some
now. I
Comcast.
went up there right
Okay.
before we started, and I just checked on them. I said, "Hey, how you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh, we're fine." And they're scrolling through Netflix, looking for
Gotcha.
something, and
There we go.
so God only knows what they're getting into.
Plenty
God
of-
only knows.
And then
Funny.
I made the mistake that I made with Sweet Pie last time she was here. I said, "Hey, we're about to start the show. You guys help yourself if you want anything."
Oh boy,
I don't
remember
know-
what happened last time. You went up there, Sweet Pie's got like 3 popsicles in her hands.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And she'd found the scissors and was
Yeah.
trying to take them off herself. And I was like, why don't we give you a hand with that? And of course they're dripping down her fingers,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's adorable. But so I don't know what
They'll be
I've
all right
the
up
can
there.
I've opened up with them.
You
but
hid the guns.
Beth
right?
took my gun. It's at her house right now. So,
What?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Do you trust Beth with a gun?
No, I don't.
It freaks her out so much that she takes it.
Yeah, she did. She took it. I don't know if she was worried that I was going to shoot her
Or yourself?
or myself. Yeah, she's listened to enough of this show. She knows I'm unstable.
That'd be a
And
bummer.
and I just haven't gotten it back. She took it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
Yeah, what's up with that? Taking a
so-
man's gun.
Yeah, yeah.
My.
I have toy ones which they could have fun with.
Hmm.
They
What's
could,
gonna
if
happen
they
if-
searched around a little bit, they could find those.
What's going to happen if you get robbed tonight?
Well, that's
I
why
mean-
you're here. Human Shield.
No, but I mean,
Operation
after
Human
I-
Shield that goes into effect.
What if it happens after
We've
1 in the
run
morning?
through these
Good.
drills before. You know how this goes.
I know, but what if it happens after like 1:30 in the morning?
Well,
You approach the perpetrator and create a diversion.
yeah.
Mike escapes out back.
And if you try and weasel, Jay will grab you by the shoulder blades, and Human Shield is still in effect.
Do you know how long I would have to be creating a distraction while this guy snuck out the back, as it were?
You saying Mike doesn't move very fast?
I could move fast
He
if
can.
there
I've
was
seen
if
him
I
move
had
fast.
to.
He
When
may
he's
ide-
scared, yeah, I've seen him
Yeah.
startled.
Well, he may identify as a thin person, but I mean,
I do. I identify as a very thin person. In fact, I'm quite
just like
quite
how
proud
Bruce,
of myself right now.
Well, just
Never
like how
been in
Caitlyn-
such good shape.
You really?
Yeah,
Just like how Caitlyn Jenner, as a female, could still get testicular cancer. You
Yeah.
still move like
Testicular,
ball
Yeah.
cancer.
well
You
said.
still move like a man, like a fat man.
like a sloth. Dude, what's
don't
up with
know
your
that.
hair? Look at how E has his hair pulled back today.
Yeah, it looks weird.
I don't know. It's just how everybody.
No, it's like how the headphones pulled it back like a chick wears one of those. What do you call it?
Yeah, like the
A headband?
Yeah,
The
headband.
I don't know. I can't see my own
Well
hair.
put, Mickey. That's why you're here.
Thank you.
God, that.
who did that one?
Me.
It was definitely not me.
It was Mickey. I saw it. It was Mickey for sure.
No, I like the headband look, E.
I don't know, it just is
pulling
what
the
it is.
greasy plume back like that.
It is what it is.
That's hot.
Yeah. Well, dare I say a big show today? Getting ready for
Jay
a
just called me
weekend.
hot. Is that not gay?
No, not really.
That was sarcasm again.
So again, when Jay says it, it's sarcasm. When I say it, it's not.
It's gay as shit when you say it. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, we're on the same page. We've got a video that came out of a rather dumb chick. I found it rather funny.
I'm just
It's
laughing
kinda
at
funny.
Even the still image of her, you can just tell she's dumb.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
Can't
the video
you?
yet. Yeah.
yeah. I'll play it for you guys later. It was mildly entertaining. We've got a breakthrough with weed that I think is a breakthrough that happened quite a while ago, as a matter of fact. But
Is that
we'll get into
mildly entertaining too?
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay.
We'll get into that.
I'm mildly interested.
We got some baby murders. Seems like a lot of baby murders lately. I don't know why babies are pissing so many people off.
It's probably the laziness.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe. Truth or Drink. This
Sounds
website.
like a fun game.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like Truth or Dare, but the questions were more interesting with this. So we'll get into that. Maybe we'll have E take the test and answer some of the questions. We got some toiks. It seems like all the toiks that we talked about a year ago.
Yeah, they're starting to get sentenced.
Yeah, they're all like within days of each other. We went on a real string there of toiks popping up every day. We got almost sick of the toik story,
Mhm.
but now all these chicks are coming up and being sentenced, and there's some hammers being dropped and
For sure. Wow.
and stuff like that. South Carolina, though, they it looks like the flag is coming down.
Took it down, man.
Yeah, which does that it would have utterly shocked me if it didn't get taken down. The backlash, the outrage, if you will. But the funny part was, do we have this video, Mickey, of this South Carolina Republican rep? Yeah, here she is.
Descendant of Jefferson Davis, is it?
Yeah,
Jefferson Davis
Really?
Hogg or Jefferson Davis?
I believe just Jefferson
She
Davis.
really is. Wow.
Yeah, Jenny Horn is her name, and she scolded members of her own party. She wept a little bit for trying to stall the debate over removing the flag from Capitol grounds. And she, of course, reminded her colleagues that she's a descendant of the Confederate president, Jefferson Davis. She broke down as she remembered the funeral for the slain senator, Pinckney, Clementa Pinckney. He was, of course, one of the 9 that was gunned down and all that. She said during the break she didn't intend to speak, but got frustrated after a group of Republicans had mounted opposition yesterday to removing the flag. You want to watch a little bit of her video here?
I cannot believe
Yeah.
that we do not have the heart in this body to do something meaningful, such as take a symbol of hate off these grounds on Friday. And if any of you vote to amend, you are ensuring that this flag will fly beyond Friday. And for the widow of Senator Pinckney and his 2 young daughters, that would be adding insult to injury.
Whoa.
And I will not be a part of it.
Well, you could have
We
been.
need to follow the example of the Senate, remove this flag, and do it today.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
this
geez.
issue is not getting any better with age.
Neither are you.
Thank you.
That was kind of shrill.
Yeah,
Wow.
sure was. Does a lot for I hate to rag
Women
on
in leadership.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it.
Gonna pull out the crying card.
Yes, dude, that's
The
exactly
crying
what I
and
thought.
yelling and scolding card.
Do you think women look at that and go, oh, really? The
I-
waterworks? We're going to the waterworks. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some women who are kind of discouraged by that.
Yeah. I mean, it seems very hormonal and
Menopausal almost.
yes. You know, and I think there's a lot of people like the age old jokes of, you want that in charge of the button? You want someone that's going to react like that in the time of sensitive matters or crisis? You want someone
Yeah, pretty emotional.
who's going to be too emotional about it. So I don't know if this is white guilt or what this is.
So was she trying to play the card like I'm a descendant of Jefferson Davis, so you should give me my view more credence than anyone else.
That's exactly what she was saying.
Man,
That's bullshit, man.
what was it like her great grandpa or what was
She could be anything. They just say
Okay.
descendant, right? So
Descendant,
she could be like
yeah.
a second
I
cousin.
bet he's rolling in the grave right
brother's
now
sister.
with this speech.
Yeah. She's
Hogg and Davis himself.
Of course.
she does seem to be taking quite a lot of credit for this now that this
Well,
video has played.
Well, she made it like even more. She ramped up the political toxicity of it.
Yeah.
So if anybody on her side then voted otherwise, it'd be like, oh fuck, I'm suicide, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she says, if what I did changed the course of the debate, and I do believe it did,
Well, then why are you even?
If I don't say so myself.
yeah, then it needed to be done. Because that flag needed to come down a long time ago.
Oh God!
To
here
make
she
sure
goes.
that will happen, she invoked her, link to Davis and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I have a very rich lineage, but I don't go around and brag about it and talk about it.
I just
bad.
cry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, you just wail about it, and you just did, by the way, in
Right.
your whole speech. That was kind of the point of everything. So you did kind of go around and brag about it. Just saying, for what it's worth. My point was, yes, that's great. You've got lineage, but this is not about you as an individual. It's about the state and the well-being of the state and its people. The South Carolina House eventually approved its removal in a stunning reversal early today, and so they're going to bring that flag down tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I'm sure there'll be tons of hoopla and blah, blah, blah.
Oh God! I can only imagine. CNN and all of them covering that.
The Haley posted Nikki Haley is the governor. So once this went through, then it had to go to the governor's desk. And so she signed off on it. Of course, it's a big momentous thing. And so she immediately takes to Facebook to brag about what she's done. I held the pen that signed off on this. It's a new day for South Carolina. Carolina. A day we can all be proud of. That truly brings us all together as we continue to heal as one people and
God.
one state.
Continue to heal.
Symbols, right?
Yeah, right.
We've taken care of this symbol.
Well, yeah,
This
no.
piece of
How
cloth
about,
came
how about
down.
real issues, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's such it's one of those topics that is so toxic that you look like an asshole if you fight against it. But I'm sorry, I don't think a move like this brings anybody closer. I don't think it heals anything.
Yeah, is any single thing in South Carolina different tomorrow? No.
No. The hearts and minds of people that feel the way they feel is still going to be there
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Politicians feel really great about themselves. Way to go.
Yes.
Pat themselves on the back.
And the risk that you run with this, and I'm already hearing it already. People on TV, the ink hasn't dried on Nikki's signature, and people are going, yeah, this is a good day for South Carolina, but this is just the beginning. There are lots more things we need to do to make this a better state and make this a better country. This is just the start. This is just the beginning, people. We've got a long way to go with our race relations. They're already talking about taking the flag down in Georgia and Florida and here, Mississippi. And then when that's done, you think they're just going to go pack their bags and go, woo, finally got that taken care of. No, then it's on to the next thing.
The stars and stripes.
Yeah,
And-
it's just, it seems like you're not getting to the root of issues. You're not getting to the bottom of the problems that people have.
Of course not. They did
Not even
nothing.
close.
Yeah.
Not even close. In fact, you've probably just rattled the hornet's nest and pissed people off a hell of a lot more.
I agree with you.
And so, opposite people that from removing the flag talked about grandparents who passed down family treasures and lamented that the flag had been hijacked or abducted by racists, which a lot of people believe to be true. Representative Mike Pitts, who remembered playing with the Confederate ancestors' cavalry sword while growing up, said for him the flag is a reminder of how dirt poor Southern farmers fought Yankees, not because they hated blacks or supported slavery, but because their land was being invaded. Those soldiers should be respected just as soldiers who fought in the Middle East or Afghanistan. And there's a lot of truth to that. So I don't know. I just don't know that it has the impact or that people are hoping for or wanting for. I don't know.
Yeah, and
It's
in
crazy.
terms of the people that you say really like fought behind the flag and had pride in the flag and all that, the problem with that is they never stood up and like tried to really draw a distinction at any point over the last how many years that it really has been hijacked by racists and neo-Nazis and shit. So when you don't do that, you allow it to become hijacked, and then you can't really call bullshit later because it's so melded and everything's so great about it.
Yeah. But how do you even do that?
Yeah, you have to have like an organized, I don't know, campaign of some sort to go, whoa, 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 when it first crops up. And the fact is it was sort of melded together.
Yeah.
So while it sort of to some people could mean one thing, to other people it means what's being objected to.
Yeah.
And so in reality, there was some hate behind it.
Sure.
And so it was a hard I don't know, narrative, I think, for the people who truly, as you said in that last part of the story, believe that, hey, we're fighting behind this thing as a states' right, a local issue
Yeah.
battle. It's a hard thing to distinguish.
Sure.
Draw the line.
Yeah.
So it's coming down everywhere. I mean, when the General Lee is removed from TV land.
Yeah. That speaks volumes. Doesn't, I don't know. It seems, I just worry about where it goes because you just see this time and time again where, you know, if you're looking for shit to be offended by at every turn, you can find it. You can find shit to ruin your day every day. If you walk about life looking for those things, you can find them.
Yeah.
You can feel slighted all day, every day if you want to.
Because we're in a free society where people have different views on things.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of the whole point of free speech. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a monster to have an opposing view from someone or to have a different take than someone. That's the beauty of a society like this, where it's like, I don't have to agree with you. And I don't have to believe what you believe. That doesn't make you a monster. There are plenty of people who I look at their views and I go, fuck that, dude. What, are you serious? But then I hear him on other stuff and it's like, yeah, we don't agree on that. But he seems like an all right guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. It's scary to me when you start whitewashing a lot of things and just trying to make them go away as if that's the problem. Let's take some of the symbols out of the world that offend us. And I mean, dude, that's a scary place to go.
It's not even close to what the problem is.
Yeah, it's not. And this doesn't fix the problem. It's not like you take something like that down and you fix the issue. You just don't.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Hey, every journey begins with journey begins with a small step or one whatever.
Well, that's perfect.
So
I
exactly.
think that's exactly how that goes.
Hey, people know what I'm talking about. I don't have to, it's like whatever.
Well put. That was good.
We'll fix that in post, right?
No. It's nothing to fix.
Perfect.
I stand
very
by.
well put.
I stand by that statement.
We talked about the Toiks. Do you remember this chick just on Image?
I don't remember her. I remember the next one for sure.
Do you remember her?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm sure that we did, but I don't remember that one.
This lawyer's got a great argument, though.
I love this lawyer.
Oh,
This happened in New Jersey. English teacher accused of having sex with one student and propositioning others. Her lawyer, his defense in court is the crimes are victimless, and the students would agree. Kind of the argument we've been making all along.
Right.
Maybe he listens. So this chick, Nicole McDonough is her name, and she's 32 years old. She's a mother of two. She faces special hardships. He's also trying to play to the judge, like being a single mom with a heroin-addicted ex that would make mandatory 5-year sentence unduly harsh. This according to her. Yeah, she is kind of hot. Her attorney, Tim Smith. Prosecutors successfully blocked the former English teacher from entering a diversionary program instead of facing prison time. There's a strong need to deter, is their thought process. The alleged crimes were victimless, is what he argued. The alleged victims have each said they have not felt victimized.
It's probably true.
I guarantee it is. Victims said McDonough had an inappropriate relationship with 3 students that included exchanging text messages, spending time with the students, who cut classes to be with her. Of course they did.
Well, they're getting some extra learning in, though, you could argue. Some life learning.
The alleged relationship between the mother and 2 of these 18-year-old boys occurred in April and May and June of 2013. They're 18.
Right.
You know, the relationships with the other student allegedly occurred between April, May, and June of 2014. Are these all pictures of her? Wow.
Doesn't look too bad in that one.
Go up a bit, Mick.
There's some bad ones
Go up a
too,
bit.
though.
What about in that pink? She in court right there? Yeah.
Actually, I think she kind of looks all right in that picture image.
Not bad. She does not face any sex charges because all 3 alleged victims were 18. The prosecution made it clear they believe she was only sexual with one of the boys. She committed second-degree official misconduct because she did commit acts relating to her office. She did so with the purpose to obtain a benefit for herself, specifically emotional, mental, and or physical gratification, sexual gratification.
to benefit herself. She did so with an intent to benefit herself.
I think it benefited them as well, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a win-win.
She was suspended from her teaching job without pay. She did plead not guilty. It's punishable by up to 10 years in prison with a minimum of 5 years.
Why are we even having a trial here? She had sex with one 18-year-old
Yeah.
and then exchanged a few dirty messages with a couple other 18-year-olds.
She's a
They
personal
were students. I get it.
Yeah, what are you going to do? And yeah, totally a victim. I'm sorry. To 18-year-old boys banging their hot 32-year-old teacher who's a physical trainer and a CrossFitter. Dude, you living the dream. Are you kidding me?
Right. You take that. We'll take that kid 6 months, 3 months down the line when he's out of high school, and it's just whatever. It's just a 30-year-old banging a 19-year-old or 18, even if he's 18 still.
Yeah. No, I know.
Well, judges are starting to express outrage about this around the country, though, because it seems like they're all getting on this bandwagon of like 6 to 15, right in that range, right?
Yeah. And I see tons and tons of people talking points or arguments about this, and there's a real push for people saying, hey, if this was a guy, you'd be throwing him in jail and people would want the key thrown away.
Yeah.
So fuck her. She should get the same thing. I thought we were all equal. And while usually I will agree with that argument, it does seem like that, but I'm dead serious on this particular case. Now, unless you're talking about a 10-year-old,
Right.
but when you start getting into 16-year-old males, most of these guys seem to be, you get the rare one that's like a 14-year-old or something. But when you start talking about 16, 17, 18-year-olds in their junior and senior year of high school,
They couldn't be happier.
yeah, and the idea that you've ruined this kid is laughable. We've been there. We've been that kid, and it just doesn't. You're not going to ruin that kid by banging the hot teacher in class. I'm sorry.
Well, the thing is, the only argument that you could there's others, but the argument that he's having sex, he's probably already having sex. He probably wasn't a virgin before this came along, I bet.
Yeah, but this has become such an epidemic. I'm sure every judge who gets one of these in front of them goes, oh my God, really? Another one of these things?
Yeah,
totally.
And so they're just going, this has to stop. This is just too weird.
Yeah.
And so they're starting to throw the book.
Yeah, well, they're speaking of throwing the book, you guys will definitely remember Brianne Altice.
This is a chick who looked like the Russian spy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally remember.
I'll
her.
remember her. This girl to me is the prime example of someone who's dolled up, looks really hot,
Oh yeah.
and then
Take it away. What do we got?
all of a sudden a mugshot comes and it's like, ooh, you get that.
Oh
no. Oh no.
Oh.
I was thinking about this one.
Even this one without the glasses, like those glasses,
Like
as dumb as it is, that
Look
still
how hot.
adds.
Yeah, look at her in her blouse and her tight skirt.
Yeah, she's playing to the judge with that look. I mean, she looks.
It's ridiculous.
I got to get back to the office.
She looks like she's about 6'2".
Come on, Your
she
Honor.
does, doesn't she?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
that's
that.
grim.
And if Jay were to go to jail for something and you see his mugshot, it could be 2 years later and be like, yeah, it's the same dude. He looks exactly the same. It wouldn't matter, but you strip her of her makeup and don't let her do her hair for a day or two. And it's like, ooh.
Yeah, look at that. The difference.
Yeah.
That's like
Oh my God.
that's like the yearbook photo right there, right?
That's
Yeah.
night and day, as they say.
That one's
Incredible.
the Russian spy one is hot.
Yeah.
That Russian spy one looks really hot.
No, she has
Look at that. Very cute.
even there, the glasses still
glasses, you
add
like the
something,
glasses? She wears e-glasses.
Yeah, but
jeez.
that's not a great image right there.
Well, a judge sentenced her today.
It's like, I'm funny because like he's been 3 in a row, and you were probably like, psh, 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 and it's just funny how you could go through 2, and I'm kind of like, and then the one, oh no, like it just like you always say with the paparazzi, you can, and if you take enough pictures, you can snap that second where they just look like
Uncomfortable.
Right.
They look like they're high. They're all
googly eyed.
Is so and so on drugs? And it's like, you know, they take 1,000 pictures
Like,
of you
no,
walking
he's
out.
just turning his head.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
that mangled look on their face.
Switching positions.
Judge sentenced her for sexually abusing. Use that
what?
word loosely.
Sexually abusing.
3 students. So she was sentenced to anywhere from 2 to 30 years,
30 years.
which seems like a lot. How do they get from 2 to 30 years?
Pretty big
Jay?
range, right?
Yeah. Look at that.
Well, they want her to mind her P's and Q's.
I do gotta
after
judge-
2.
Yeah. So what does that mean?
It's like an anvil's over her head. So she'll probably serve her 2. She'll be good in jail. She'll get out on parole. And as long as she behaves herself, she'll be all right.
for 28 more years. That's crazy. That's crazy for being a dream maker.
What was the other thing where we saw a suspended sentence? What was that case where it was like impossible to
Oh, it was Darren Sharp.
yes,
Yeah.
he agreed, right?
Yeah,
he agreed, like
he didn't have a
if he ever gets
choice.
a boner, he's back in the clink for
Yes.
18 more years or
He can't
something.
look at porn. He can't
He
leave the
couldn't do
house. He's
anything.
He can't do anything.
Couldn't watch TV.
Yeah, he can't,
couldn't
like,
look at the
get a
internet.
hard-on.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Like, I guess, I mean, I'm sure he could maybe do it at night to his memory, but he couldn't look at any
he had to like
pornography.
rub gently against his mattress. That's
Yeah,
about all
like-
he could do.
I wonder, could he have sex with a woman? They
No, absolutely not. He can't even get a hard on.
I can't even.
He
That
can't
was
have
an
visitors.
incredible deal. I remember that. That's
Yeah.
so wild.
It was the craziest deal ever. It seemed utterly impossible.
But there was already like a bunch of years, and then it was like, okay, then these are your conditions of parole if you're good.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't it? Wasn't he?
It
in
was the
for, like,
way, yeah, because they were trying to get an agreement between
between all
multiple
these states. Yeah.
And so that's why it was like all these other states had multiple rape victims that he'd roofied and then banged. And so they were like, you know, well, we demand this, and Texas demands this,
And
Arizona
the list
demands
just
this.
grew and grew and
And it
grew.
was huge.
And he's like, okay.
yeah, he can't.
Dude, when
I
did
don't
he-
think he can have a visitor unless it's
Right.
like gone through the parole board and okayed. He can't leave his house or his
just go to
city.
jail
It's-
at that point. You know,
Yeah, it sounded like jail isn't so bad according to Sweat and Horse Dick.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
bang chicks, you get hamburger meat sent
Delivered
in,
to
barbecue
you.
it.
get to wear your hoodies around.
Yeah.
And
It's not like
That's
a
in
good
the
old
Mac
time.
security
Power
too.
tools,
Drugs.
escape whenever you want.
You can
get
work
to-
on your art career.
nail that ugly chick.
Well, you know, it's better than not even banging anyone ever.
Not
I mean,
even be
that's,
able to look at a
that's where they
magazine or-
were.
I mean, he
it's like,
couldn't even,
yeah,
didn't they have some sort of like sensor on him that they were gonna be able to tell if his like
Yeah.
blood pressure around his
dude,
genitals?
I think that's true. That they had something where,
Yes, I remember that
like
headline.
literally he
Along
couldn't get a
with it.
boner. Like
yeah, like if he gets a hard on, they'll know.
for 25 years. How could you not? I mean, you get.
I think
sometimes you
the
just get
average
hard-ons just 'cause
male-
you get them.
It gets 4 hard-ons a night.
There's somebody like sitting in an operations center somewhere with all these computers, you know,
Beep,
beep, beep, beep, beep, beep. Sharper got a boner. Sharper got a boner.
Move in quick. Move in.
SWAT team comes flying through
Crash
the window.
through the door.
We have
He's
an
just-
erection.
He's laying in bed and his fucking just got a tent in his sheet.
They run in with a bat and just knock it down.
Bad. He gets woken up every night at 2 a.m. the same way. They kick it in.
Damn, man, this is torture. I can't go on like this.
It's too swelled up, man, from when you beat it down yesterday.
That ain't a boner. It's just swollen from your beating.
Oh man. So these guys that this chick was nailing was one of the boys was 16, 2 of them were 17. She had sex with them. She's 36. She was initially free when her case was pending, and she was out for that. She was sent back to jail in January after it emerged that she continued banging one of them.
That's what I remember. Yes.
Yeah, she started banging one of them.
Judge
This
can't be
is
happy
like,
about that.
Mary Kay Letourneau did the same
Yeah.
thing. And that's why she did so many years, because it was like, yeah, you can
You
go to
don't
jail
get
for
it.
a week, but it was a suspended sentence of 7 years or 8 years. And if she fucked up at all, and she immediately started banging
Yeah.
Villy
That's
or
right.
whatever.
Oh, but they're so happy now.
oh my God, dude, that special was painful. So I don't know if you guys
Soulmates,
watched that.
Mike.
No,
Can't deny
I
it.
missed it.
Love is blind.
It was painful to watch this woman desperately try to convey that they're in love, and see this kid just like oh my God, like the novelty of fucking this chick like wore
Yeah.
off like 8 years ago, but I'm kind of stuck here. We've
Ah.
got 2 kids.
Yeah,
Like,
they have 2 kids who are like 14 or some shit.
yeah,
right?
they're like the age when he started banging people. And it was really tough to watch. It was really uncomfortable because she's trying to be like, oh, Villy. And he's like, yeah, it's daily struggle, if you know what I mean. And she's like, we've never been more in love. And he's just like, yeah, who knew it would be this hard to,
real life set in for Billy.
Oh yeah, and it was. I mean, watch clips of that. It's troubling to watch them try to pretend they're still in love, and
But that's not as much to me
It's
that
bad.
that's not too much to me as an emotional thing that he had because of having sex with his teacher. That's just because he was stupid and locked up for
Yeah,
life
he's
with
trapped
somebody
with
at
her, right?
like he
Yeah.
didn't explore. He didn't do any exploring. He
Yeah, as a 13-year-old, I think he started banging her, and then
Yep.
didn't
by,
so many
by
wild oats.
17, 18, he's married to her,
yeah,
Ugh.
and here we go.
yeah. Now he's 30 or something, and
Ugh.
yeah.
It's a fun life.
Her lawyer's defense for Altice here, Brianne. Her lawyer said Altice is a damaged person who gave in to daily flirtations from the boys because she was belittled at home and dealing with self-esteem
Always,
problems.
right?
Well, who isn't?
Dude,
I
I
mean,
know
really.
that is a funny
Everybody
thing.
loves a compliment. I mean, like you could say that about anybody. Like, oh, she gave into flirtations or compliments. Like, well, yeah. No. We'll have none of that. How dare you?
Resist an urge, lady.
Yeah.
Well, and then like you said, the idea of self-esteem issues, as if I always think that is something too. Like, who is ever? I've never met anybody who doesn't have some sort of self-esteem issues. I always think it's funny when people use that as an excuse
Jay.
to me.
Jay doesn't.
Jay doesn't seem to be very sure of himself.
Kinda-
Jay,
I'm
you may-
comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah,
you might be
you
the
are.
only person I've ever met.
E and I are a mess. And Jay's very comfortable.
Mickey's comfortable.
No, he puts on a face. I'm
Anybody
telling you, he
who wears
puts on
a wife
face.
beater like that.
He'll say he is. He puts on a pretty big face.
I'm pretty comfortable.
I totally could see there being so much more behind that than you fucking want to let on, dude.
What do you mean, E?
I think it's too fake. I think he puts
Ooh,
on too much
That's
of
a
a
shot, Mick. You gonna take that?
I mean, I don't know
I
how the
think
fuck
it's-
do you even say that?
because it's just I don't know what you're gonna do.
Like, what are you basing it
Where's
on?
this coming
Anything,
from?
or are you just
I
it's just kind of
question
pulling it out of the air?
I just question anybody that is so bright all the time. That is so.
Are you guys familiar with the term "fake it till you make it"?
See, there you go, though.
Yeah.
See, my point is, if you too much of faking it, I'm telling you, I bet there's more behind that mask.
A good
He
attitude
goes
is
home
the
and-
only thing you can choose. That is a truth fact, and that's actually a good adult thingy. You should
I'm
write that one
never
down.
Gonna choose
You think
to
he
have a
goes
good
home and
attitude.
cries himself to sleep?
I just think there's something.
Can you guys imagine?
He weeps nightly.
I do actually.
See, there you go.
I get, I get the night cries.
He
The
goes home,
night cries.
puts on some lipstick, goes to bed, and cries himself to sleep every night.
Wait. Why lipstick?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck was that?
because
Rouge would seem weird.
But there had to be makeup. Yeah, okay, I guess I
You know.
get that.
I don't know.
I don't know. You're in touch with your feminine side. I don't know.
Wow, E, I had no idea you felt this way about Mickey.
I know. I
that's-
kind of thought you were my boy. I don't know. I know where this is
I'm
coming
not
from.
saying that. What I'm saying to me isn't a negative. I'm just saying what
Oh,
I.
it's not
I
a
just-
negative. You're telling them fake.
I think I believe that, but I believe that about by 95% of people I know. I think I run into every person, including friends I've known for 15 years. I'm always like,
Is this a slam on TCG again?
It is. It's just kind of a
It's a-
shot at TCG.
My God.
That's what I'm
slam on
feeling.
everybody I know.
Ooh.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wait. We're fake too. Me and Mike.
I just said you were probably one of the more persons I've ever known that seems to be. You don't seem to have some sort of insecurities that are driving you in some capacity, which just shocks me.
I want to know what my insecurity is. Let's get
I-
back to that.
I'm not gonna.
Just
no,
bust
No,
it.
no,
Bust
go
it
ahead,
out.
Ian,
What
go
is
ahead,
it?
Ian.
No, I'm good.
I don't know what yours are, but
Put
I'm
it on the
assuming you
table.
have them. I know you must. Everybody. I've never met
I'm
somebody.
like too good looking. Is that what it
That's
is?
not
Is that what it means?
See, anyone can say that. I think you're too. I think the confidence is hiding probably major insecurities in reality, like the overconfidence that I have to hear all the time. But how good you are with girls. and
Therapist
how-
E. I love
bet-
Therapist E.
I bet that freaking is hiding some major shit.
Did you guys?
I think the thing
I
is,
talk about how good I am with girls.
well with
that's-
everything.
That's an insecurity. Clearly.
I think anybody that has to tell me over to get how good they are at things is just hiding something that they're unsure about. Like the thing I always think about myself is I just lay that out there. I'm not someone who hides the bullshit. I'm insecure about like 95% of my day, but I tell people that I am. and I think it hurts me at times.
How's
but
that working out for you?
Not good, but I don't care. I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to go the other route. I don't.
That route, he points at me.
I don't get it. What the fuck did
I'm
I
not
do to
even
him
Mickey
today?
who works hard, does his thing, comes in a great mood every fucking day.
He hates it
Fucking
for it.
smiling and happy. He's like, I hate that guy.
I don't like happy people.
Everything we
Mike knows
ever
this.
have asked of Mickey, he's like,
I know.
Sure.
He's
I'm on it.
dude.
I'm on it.
To be clear,
With
And
a couple
and he is.
clicks.
Starts and ends everything with a couple clicks.
I'm not
Perfect.
dissing on you personally, Mickey.
No.
No.
That
Let's
wasn't,
be clear
it
about
didn't
that,
feel like
Mickey.
that. It didn't
Let's be
feel
You
like
just
clear
that.
happen to be in the room. You could be anybody.
Oh my god.
Now it should be everybody.
I don't like people that are happy, so that's the problem. That's my main
Yeah,
problem.
stop being happy, you son of a bitch.
All right. I'm just not going to talk for the rest of the show, guys. So I'll be frowny or whatever.
Whoa, whoa, shut him down, huh?
Sorry,
Mick's
sorry,
taking a knee.
sorry.
No, don't fucking do that.
Anyway, this chick cried in court to the
How
victims
we
and all
get here?
that.
God, we're 2 stories in, both chicks crying.
Yeah, of course.
Women,
I'm
am I
human.
A
right?
senator and a criminal defendant,
Right.
both crying.
Women and their emotions. Am I right, Jay?
Boy.
I'm human. I messed up during a very vulnerable time in my
No,
life.
she did. She knew what she was doing.
The mom of the then 16-year-old boy said her son was also vulnerable. This is adorable, mom. Oh, mom. She said, "You hurt my sons in ways that you will never know. You hurt all those boys."
Oh god. The eye rolls from the son.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
geez,
dad's
Mom.
like, "Just get through it, son. Just get through it."
I know your
Fucking
mom. You know,
awesome.
for
High
your
five.
for your
Quick high
mom.
five.
You think there's a meetings like for your mom? We got to put on a face like, hey,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe we get some money out of this in the end or something.
right? Your mom might even like, we'll go out to dinner. We'll give you a card. I
This
don't know what
chick,
the card would be for, but
this chick wrote a handwritten letter to the judge, Thomas K., asking him not to send me to prison. Don't send me to prison. She said, "I'm harmless. I promise I won't do this again."
a handwritten letter. What is this?
Yeah.
Elementary
Flirting with a judge. Say, what do I got to do? Who do
You-
I got to blow
yeah,
to get out of this,
What
judge?
was in that letter for real? You know,
Yeah.
I'd like
she
to
said,
see that letter.
the judge said she needs to change her life and believed that would require prison time. You were the adult. You were the teacher. You were the one that could have stopped that from happening.
She sealed her fate when she did it again.
Yeah.
When she was initially caught and then went out and did it again.
And 2 of the parents are pissed off. They're suing now. They've got a suit filed against the school district because they claim that the school should have known more, that it was a long running joke between the student body, like who is Miss Altice sleeping with today?
God, can you imagine?
No, I can't. I can't.
How did we miss this wave?
Yeah.
You were in this era. Well, I don't. Mick, you were kind of in this. Mick, was there any guys? Was there any teachers that you would have banged?
Male or female?
Okay.
No males that I can think of, Mike. Good question.
All right.
Definitely several females that I
Really?
can think of right now. that
Really?
taught at a particular middle school in White Lake.
Really? I didn't go to White Lake Middle School, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know.
So
There was some
get
talent.
anywhere with them?
You know, I didn't.
Did
But-
you try?
I thought there were some dudes that might have though. Like there were
Really?
definitely dudes that hung out.
Names? No. I'm just-
Really though? For real? You really
Yeah, like,
think-
and like the teacher where it's like one of the hot teachers where she bends over and her thong sticking out, right? And every in 7th grade, you're like, yeah.
Well, dude, I'd be like that now. Are you kidding me?
So
So
these-
then,
these are all
like
like-
a dude would regularly hang out in this teacher I'm talking about in this classroom after
really?
And these are like the 23, 24-year-old teachers.
fresh out of
Yeah.
fresh out of student teaching.
Right.
That's what we missed out
Yeah,
on.
we never had any of those.
We
Everybody
never
was so
had young-
tenured. They were hanging in there. And
Yeah.
it's like everything just got rolled over.
The
And we
closest-
missed the rollover.
The closest we ever came was like a teacher's aide.
Yeah.
Like you'd occasionally see someone, but they were always in the class with some 70-year-old bird
Yeah.
that kind of learned. But yeah, you're right, dude. They were all tenured and just hanging around. And we needed to get that turnover where it was like you get this young breed.
That's what happened,
Dude,
dude.
I'm telling you, school would have been so different if that would have been on the table. Just the hormones at that age. There's no way. I'm telling you, if there was a hot chick bending over in class with a thong on, there's no fucking way you don't show up for that class and flirt with her.
Yeah.
We just would have.
Yeah.
I know what pigs we were at that age. We would have. It was clearly that we just didn't have the opportunity because we were ass animals in the remainder of our existence outside of the classrooms because there was no one there to hit on.
You're
Would
being
have
100.
been perfect attendance.
You're being 100% serious about that. Like
I
teacher
definitely
that-
liked science more that year.
Oh my god, dude,
It was awesome.
that's crazy. See, I think again though,
I think it was science.
but even Mickey, what are you 6 years younger than me, or I don't know if he's 6 or 5, but I think Mickey's still right in that turnaround where teachers started the old bags, as you say, started to leave, and the schools are wanting to hire. You could get younger teachers at cheaper prices.
Yeah, we
and-
just mentioned that.
okay. Well, I just thought I'd say it again. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Eric, can I have a Red Bull?
you can.
A blue one.
What shameless promotion.
Also, Red Bull is delicious.
Speaking of Red Bull, don't forget about our contest. We've got, of course, the rally race coming up July 25th, 26th on Belle Isle. You can go to our website, hit the logo there, and that'll take you to some discounted tickets, and also the website about that race, and you can read about it and see some details about it. It's pretty sweet. But we have a Twitter contest going on to give away some VIP tickets, and so we want you to tweet at us a meme of some sort that involves the Red Bull logo as well as the Detroit Cast logo. And you got to use the hashtag the Detroit Cast Red Bull. So wide open, do whatever you want. The idea is to get the most retweets. And the couple people who do get the most retweets will give a pair of VIP
passes. Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll be there.
Yep. We'll be there hanging out. Also, another way that you can win VIP tickets or
regular
general admission tickets. Yes, general admission is if you go to Zott Ford and test drive a Focus or Fiesta.
Yep.
Between now and then, and they'll give you a set of general admission tickets. We are also
and a Red Bull.
Yep. We are a delicious, refreshing Red Bull.
That's right.
We are also giving away general admission to anybody who can send us in. Well, I shouldn't say anybody. The winners, and we will pick them of the best race story email. So email in your race stories. It can be any sort of race, not like black race, Asian race, etc.
Hey,
Okay?
that's creative. I like that. You did say race. You can't change the rules now.
So
Talking about any sort of race with a finish line. A race with a finish line.
I like this. I
Okay.
like the new direction this contest is going. I hadn't thought about that.
Fine, race.
No, do not say fine on that, please.
Anything race related that's funny. Okay? And we'll read them and we'll pick them and we'll read them on air at some point.
I have a feeling the ones that are going to win are going to involve actual races and not human beings.
Yeah,
I thought
don't
that when
know.
you said it yesterday, dude. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
It didn't specify what kind of race.
I thought it too as soon as I said it, and then
Did
we
you?
got an email in about that, and I'm like, fuck. But also Amazon link, please use it. It's right below the Red Bull link at this point, right below the fold on our homepage. Hit the Amazon link, shop as you normally do on Amazon. It gives us a little kickback, so it's a great way to help the show without writing us a check. So do that and look for July 15th. Amazon's having that Prime Day where they're going to be releasing a ton of different sales and supposedly better than Black Friday sales. So
Yeah.
use
Every
Amazon.
10 minutes too, aren't
Yeah, just everything from electronics to whatever.
they? Everything they
Clothes,
sell, everything
yeah.
you can buy. All departments.
Whatever. Automotive, electronics,
Yeah.
right?
They
Anything.
sell dildos on there.
There you go.
Cool. We'll hook you up with some.
Butt
If anyone wants to
plugs-
buy
butt
E a nice
plugs, as he calls
dildo,
them.
I wasn't aware of that. I've never looked for those on there, but
I don't
Why
know.
is that what came to mind?
I was trying to come up with something that was ridiculous, I guess.
Hey, get one of these in, Big E,
Speaking of
Jesus,
dildos,
there's a lot of
in
reading.
efficient fashion.
It's me, Big E, your favorite. I'm not 32. Your favorite 31-year-old service porter at Zott Ford and Holly. Speaking of Zott Ford, we are closer than you think, located at I-75 and exit 98. Literally right off the highway. Where for a limited time, when you come into the dealership and say, "We love peeling the layers of Big E's onion, but fear for his anal hymen is in grave danger," we will give you a free autographed Detroit Cast T-shirt and hat after you take delivery of your new car or used truck and SUV. Folks, so
I want to apologize.
the supply of autographed T-shirts and hats is extremely limited, so this offer is only while supplies last. Check out your massive inventory and sick deals at zottford.com. That's SZOTT. Get there.
Really, really well done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you practice for the TV show that you're going to be doing the pilot? You're going to have to memorize lines.
I know.
Can you start memorizing your Zott read and
Maybe I'll have to take
do
it
it
home.
like a true thespian?
I'll take it home for
You could
homework.
act it out, dude.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
act it out.
Holding a skull. It'd be good.
We were talking yesterday about whether or not we think it's okay to punch chicks. Right?
Yeah.
And I
Yesterday,
can't
the day
remember-
before,
no.
whatever.
I
yeah.
can't remember which side of the fence we were leaning more towards in that discussion.
I was a no. You're not.
You're not under
Yeah.
any circumstances.
Oh, unless you're presented with grave danger.
Yeah. It's gray.
Yeah.
As far as what's deemed grave danger. A female worker was punched in the face by her manager in New York.
What would
yesterday.
she do?
Well, she was sent crashing to the ground at Panera Bread.
Oh, God.
The fight was said to have taken place as the woman was trying to quit her job at the store in Manhattan. The man then appears to swing his fist at the woman twice.
Oh, no. He's just trying to quit. Takes her
Yeah.
out.
The video of the brawl was filmed by this 28-year-old Joe Schumacher, who said the incident started much earlier when the woman was thrown out of the restaurant. After reportedly crashing down a flight of steps, she was then said to have charged back in the restaurant and confronted her boss. Police were called. You want to watch the video?
In portrait, no doubt.
Yeah, of course.
How do you not know she's not coming in the other door? What's up? Don't punch! Don't hit her!
Oh! Come on, man. So that slap we heard was her hitting
I
him.
think that slap is her hitting him. Back that up, which is she connected well.
What's up? Don't punch! Don't hit her!
Oh,
my God.
he just rears back.
I mean, that is.
Don't hit her! Oh!
That looks like quite a pimp hand, too.
Don't punch! Don't hit her! Oh!
What's he holding in his hand, too? Can you tell what he's holding? Does he have her purse? He has her purse. Ooh.
Oh my God, dude.
Don't punch! Don't hit her! Oh!
No, he doesn't. It's just the way the purse is hanging. Okay.
Is it? Where are we at on this one, guys?
Let's say, yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Well, she shouldn't have slapped him. I don't know. I'm not justifying it. I'm saying
So let me guess what Panera's reaction was to this one.
Was it
Panera.
positive? Was it? What are you gonna do?
We want to commend our management for taking care of that employee.
police did an investigation. They found that the manager was acting in self-defense, and
No.
he later decided not to press charges against her.
He forgave her.
He did. He was being the bigger man.
Wow, taking the high road. You gotta like that. A lot of times nowadays, people are trying to sue and get
Nowadays,
theirs.
you're right.
Yep. It's very true.
This guy-
Nowadays, you do see that. But it was nice to see him be the bigger man, both in the video and
God,
speaking of,
I
just
agree.
being the bigger man in general.
He's a foot taller than her, and
at least.
you heard that smack. I mean,
He laid his goon hand down, dude.
He
That
did.
was a goon hand.
he reached back. Oh,
Full force and literally knocked her into a wall. But I'm just saying, when you hear that, it's like, oh damn, no, she didn't. Nuh-uh.
dude.
I want to hear the slap again.
You gonna lay your hands on me?
Don't punch!
Here comes a goon hand.
Bystander warned him. Don't punch her.
Yeah.
that is got to be a pretty big slap. Though. You can hear it on a phone like that. That's got to be a knock.
Yeah, she caught a cheek for sure.
Look, you've risen to the ranks of manager of this fine establishment. You're gonna
Yes.
let her ruin that?
I know
Yeah.
that.
How many years have you worked, slaved away to reach that point, and then you're gonna let one slap take that all
Yeah,
away?
you're making the big 35 a year,
dude.
I
You
mean-
gotta chill, man.
Well, sad news to report. Panera Bread has said that both the manager and the worker were terminated.
Boy,
Today, there were reports of a physical altercation between two associates. We have a zero tolerance policy for violence and worked swiftly with authorities to investigate.
I can't imagine why they would have reacted that way.
I think he's got a lawsuit on his hands.
Well,
I mean,
wrongful
clearly,
termination. maybe.
They're absolutely wrongful termination. Jay, would you take that case? Would you defend my man?
I mean, the police.
Here's
said it
what
was
the
self-defense.
police did an investigation. They found it was self-defense. He had no other choice
Yeah.
but to knock her through the wall. God damn it! No other choice. So this seems like a just clear wrongful termination suit. Where am I miss? What am I missing?
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, yeah.
How can that be filmed in portrait? Honestly,
What would you say,
It's
honestly,
easier.
if this guy called you up, Jay, and said, "Hey, I feel like I've got a wrongful termination suit." I'm totally being serious because you could get a call from a guy like that, and you go, "Okay, sir, what happened?" And you go, "Well, the police investigated. They felt I was self defending myself, and I knocked this bitch through a wall, and God damn it, Panera Bread fired me.
I'd say you understand the nature of at-will employment, right? And then I'd send him on his way.
But I've risen to the ranks of
That's
management.
a cop-out answer. What if we weren't in Michigan?
Fuck, dude, at-will employment doesn't exist elsewhere. I'd tell him to get the fuck out of here, man.
Really?
You just punched a chick. Your employer terminated you, as it should.
I want a new
Get out of
lawyer.
here.
I want a new lawyer.
Yeah, well,
I don't like this
Go
one.
find a bottom feeder who will take your case.
Hey,
Ridiculous.
let's take a quick break. And do we have any other reads to get in before we do that?
No, take a break.
Okay.
I don't like doing that right on the edge because everybody goes, I'm not going to listen to that. They're just going to break anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. But we'll come back, and I wanted to get into this cut.com. They're the ones that did the truth or drink game that I thought it would
This
be
game
fun
has
to-
potential.
I think so. I could see us doing a game like this in here.
Although,
Could be
no,
fun.
I couldn't because Fuckface is too much of a pussy. We
Yeah,
saw
he'd
what
take
he
any-
does with beer.
But if he doesn't want to drink, he just has to tell the truth.
Yeah, he'd probably win.
Yeah.
We'd all be shit-faced. You'd be like, 100% truth.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd fuck you in the ass for $5.
We'll find out next. We'll do that and much more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey there, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zott Ford in Holly. Summer's in full swing, and so are the incredible deals at Zott Ford. Right now, you can lease the amazingly fuel-efficient 2015 Ford Focus at only $148 a month for 24 short months. Or if you're looking for something a little larger and with a touch more luxury, come lease the 2016 Ford Fusion for just $158 for only 24 months. Friends, if you've been shopping around, you already know these are incredible deals. And much like our Michigan summers, they won't last for long. So hurry into Zott Ford at I-75 and exit 98 to take advantage of a Focus for just $148 or a Fusion for $158 right now. And if you mention the Proop sent you, we'll throw in an autographed TDC shirt and hat. Check out our zany deals and our massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
Detroitcast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast on a Friday. Mike and Jay. I was just rolling my eyes upstairs. I went into the kitchen and the TV was on and CNN's on. They now have a counter on the screen all the time. It's just a stationary counter counting down to the minute the Confederate flag comes down. 11 hours, 23 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Dude. It's a TV show now. It's not reporting. It's not real news.
Yeah.
It's just a TV show.
It is. They're totally just TV shows. It's ridiculous, but it's like, really? They're doing round-the-clock coverage of when the flag comes down? How embarrassing. Don Lemon's on there. Oh, looks like it's going to be 10 hours, 36 minutes, and 14 seconds.
Make that 13. Make that 12. Make that 11.
Why don't they just sit there and do that? Just
count it down.
Count it down.
So absurd.
Happy New Year's Eve style.
Yeah.
Is this bad that I was hoping?
Yeah, will it be New Year's Eve style where it drops down the flagpole?
10,
remember people got
9,
pissed.
8.
Flag drops to the ground. Everybody tramples on it.
Well, people got pissed last time. Remember that idiot that climbed the flagpole and dragged it down, and they threw her in jail. And
modern day, what's her name? Rosa.
Yeah.
Rosa Parks.
Well, they got all pissed off because when they immediately put it back up, they had two black guys do it.
Yeah.
Put it up, and they're like, this is bullshit, making the black guys do that. Put it up. This is bullshit. There was outrage. Instead, they just grabbed two maintenance guys who happen to be black. Are like, Daryl, Lamont, throw the fucking flag back up.
Yeah.
Come on. So people were outraged at that. I was kind of hoping that they would go, we're going to take it down at 10 in the morning. And then at 2 in the morning, just go out there and pull it down so that when people gather first thing in the morning.
It's gone, huh?
What happened? You took that from us.
Yeah, I took that
our
moment from us.
Just have some guy go up there and just kind of clip it down at 3 a.m. But yeah, it'd probably be a little petty.
We got to mention Krista Jelski, our friend from Remax Suburban.
You going to any Jelskis this weekend?
Yeah, it's now a noun, not just a proper noun, but Jelskis are they're happening all over the country now.
Yeah, blowouts.
Again, she's a nice lady.
That's
we
right.
can't.
Sorry,
they're not blowouts.
Sorry.
They're just big parties that.
Yeah.
Before you leave your house, you throw a Jelski because Krista will clean your house for free
on her.
Yes. Maybe your
it also
proofs-
works for a drink, as we said.
Yeah. Give me a Jelski.
I'm gonna have a mint julep. What are you having?
I have a Jelski, extra lime.
Ooh, on second thought, that sounds really good. Give me a Jelski as well. That
2
sounds
Jelskis.
delicious. Yeah, make it a double.
Maybe your proofs needs a bigger yard. Maybe your family is expecting its very own sweet pie. If you're looking for a new home, Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban is the realtor you need to help you find the home of your dreams. Check out Krista's website, Krista with a K, KristaSellsHouses.com, or call her anytime, 586-918-0900. Call Krista today.
Speaking of the Proops,
yeah,
I wrote Beth. This, she worked last night, which is why the Proops was here, and we had that.
Yeah, the Proops can't stay anywhere alone.
We had that unfortunate incident where some licorice went missing. There was some finger pointing.
This sounds like bullshit. Let's just say it the way it is. Proops ain't my licorice, Mike.
Yeah,
whatever.
It was put on a table, and Proops came up and stole the licorice. Licorice.
I don't know. I didn't
Mickey's
see
licorice.
it personally. Mickey may have ate them all, for all I know, and Proops isn't able to defend herself. So I can't say for certain. But anyway, I texted Beth this morning, and I just said, Proops got the room worked up again last night when she stole a piece of Mickey's licorice that he had sitting on the table. Poor Proops can't catch a break down here. And she responded,
why would you put anything on a table near a dog?
She says, well, they shouldn't leave food out for her. Poos has been trying her best to train them. Haven't those boys learned anything yet?
Oh my God. Talk about blaming the victim.
Dude.
Well, I think she's got a point. I think
you guys are enablers.
What you guys have done is raised a snotty, bratty kid, but it's an animal, which is even worse.
Good point. It's a damn good thing he's not a real parent, right?
Right.
Well, it is a Proops. And
I have several friends that have Proops that I can leave food on a table.
That's not true.
It absolutely is
that's
true.
true. I don't have any friends, but
if you did, they'd have Proops.
If I did, that you can be assured of that.
Maybe if you had one of those little ankle biters.
No, dude. I know plenty of dogs who definitely will instinctually walk up and sniff, and you go, nah, and they back away and they sit.
Yeah, and if you did that to Izzy, if you saw her going in for the licorice
Bullshit.
and you went, get out of there,
Bullshit.
she would absolutely back down. If you put a piece of cheese on your counter, how long before Tank is all over?
No,
it?
they're done with that. I've trained them. They no longer go up. I can leave food. It's no problem.
Yeah, I don't buy that. I think that's
it's
bullshit.
the truth.
I don't want to call you a liar, but I think you're lying. I don't think
It's the truth, man.
maybe when you're in the room, they're
I
just
beat
like
'em-
they
I beat it out of them.
They know who Jay Jong-un is, and they're like, oh fuck, we're not messing with that guy. He'll shoot us with water guns.
Tony won't do it.
Well, Tony's old. Tony's given up.
No, once in a while, I will say we catch him up there on a thing, and a minute you're like, Tony, come on. He knows, and he boom, down.
Are you honestly going to argue that the Proops is, yeah,
It's
totally
Proops.
trained,
It's
well
the
behaved?
Proops. Well, I don't know. I just think you can't leave delicious treats at Proops level and expect them to
Licorice.
stay there.
Proops level
You
could
can.
be
You,
5 feet.
you totally can.
I don't think so.
But the Proops
And
level
here's
could
why-
be 5 feet up. It could be that ledge up there.
I know. She's got some length to her. She can get up. We've got another Proops, and this Proops, Izzy hasn't done this.
Yet.
This Labrador, and she went to the hospital.
This is totally a Proops move.
Yeah.
She would do this.
Well, the head technician at the Good Shepherd's Vet Hospital in Mars, Pennsylvania, says she retrieved 62 hairbands, 8 pairs of underwear, and a bandage from the dog's stomach.
Oh
8
my
pairs of underwear.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Hopefully chick underwear.
The Proops wasn't responding to medicine. Yeah, I think it was chick underwear, panties, if you will. The Proops wasn't responding to meds that the vet was giving her. And X-rays showed a strange.
Look at the size of the stuff that was taken out of there.
Tiki. Look what I did. Look
at the mess I
made. That was in my belly. Look what was in
Oh,
my
that had to
belly.
be uncomfortable.
Yeah, look at that Proops. Look at that Proops.
Look at all the hair bands.
Oh my God.
How many hair bands? Like 100?
62.
62.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gross, man.
Proops has never done that. The vet said the large collection of indigestible items removed was a lot for a dog that size. They speculated that the dog patient must have wolfed down the hairbands and underwear over the course of several days. The owner, Sarah Weiss, revealed that her Proops once swallowed a plastic foam dart, but that passed through the dog's system naturally. It shit a dart.
Dude.
Yeah, Proops.
Shit a dart.
Tiki was back at the clinic on Wednesday for my checkup. Here for my checkup. How's my tummy doing? Doc, look at my tummy. How am I doing?
Dude, we had
I
this.
laid off the hair, man.
That's gross. We had this cat growing up. Do you remember Kitty? It's this old ass tabby cat. By the time you were around, it had to have been really, really old. Just wandering.
I
around,
remember
old
your
as shit.
rabbit. I remember Baboo.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun cat at all. It just goes sleeps places and not
Yeah.
really interacts with people. But this one day, it's walking through the room, and my brother and I see it just start dying laughing. There's a piece of yarn coming out of her ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, about 8 inches, like out of her ass, dragging on the ground just a little bit. We're like, what the? She passed this thing, but in a way that it just strung out.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
It wasn't
God.
like all
What did you
gooped
do?
up or anything like that. My mom grabbed it and pulled it.
No.
Did it pull out?
No.
My mom, in typical nurse form, just walks up. Give me that. Just and the cat's
Oh,
like,
my-
it came out another 4 inches or
Oh
so.
my God.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
I told
so
you.
gross.
I've told you the story of Maggie when she did that. When she ate a rope,
Oh, I don't remember
a
that.
whole rope, dude, like an inch and a half in diameter, and she's out in the backyard trying to shit it out, and all of a sudden it's just this white rope.
Oh my
Like falling,
God.
and it was like, oh my God, what is she doing? It was one of her toys, one of her chew toys
Yeah.
or ropes, and she just ate it whole, and then she passed.
Wow.
And
Oh
it was,
my
But
God.
she was
nobody had
having-
to tug on it. It just came out.
I can't remember. It would have been my mom that did
Yeah.
the tugging. None of us
All
would.
moms would do
Yeah,
that.
that's a total mom job. No guy's gonna do that.
Come
The
here,
guy might
Margaret.
laugh at it, film it, but
Yeah.
they're not getting near it. That's a you problem. Mom! Something's wrong with your dog.
There's a string coming out of the cat's ass.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so Tiki went back and everything was good. She's well on her way to recovery now.
What a smart animal.
I feel silly. I shouldn't have eaten all that. That
God, what
enjoyment.
enjoyment was it getting out of that?
Well, dude, you saw Remember that thing of the girl that was eating the shit underneath the under the padding of the carpet and shit? Like, that's a human baby. Remember, they were gonna solve her.
Yeah,
they said,
that's
"Oh,
right.
in 5 years we'll have
she was
this."
like 6, wasn't she?
Yeah, and they were gonna have. They couldn't fix her until 3 years or whatever. We
Yeah,
just,
so I guess if
yeah.
humans can pull that off, of course a Proops can, right?
right.
Yeah. I remember Maggie got really, really sick once. She ate a pound of raw bacon that my mom had on the counter in one sitting. I'll take that. Thank you.
I see a pattern in the Walters household. Dogs getting up on counters.
Well, Maggie was a very well-trained dog too.
I remember Margaret wearing diapers.
Margaret P.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said that's good for the dog to let them have their first.
Oh my god, gross.
You want to get that first out of the way,
Mm.
and then then you can take care of business.
So that was just the first one. I feel like I remember it wearing diapers for like months.
You were over a lot. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wore it through one round of
Huh. How long's the menstrual cycle for a canine?
apparently months. I don't know, but that diaper was ridiculous. Oh, it's ridiculous. All right. I mentioned earlier the cut.com's Truth or Drink series. So basically what they do, they have participants ask each other a bunch of pre-written intrusive questions and
Make each other uncomfortable.
yeah. So then you have to choose whether you'll give an honest answer or just drink. So they've done this before, I guess. I've never seen it, but apparently they've done this before with, different groups of people. This time they did it with best friends. So this would be like E and TCG.
Right.
You'd sit them down and TCG, how you doing, buddy? Drink or truth. And they would ask them a series of questions.
He would have his half shot of beer ready to go.
Yeah. And they give you the drink of your choice. So E would have his
Half
natty,
shot of natty ice.
yeah, natty ice. He'd do his little quarter shots
Out of
or
a
whatever.
Simpsons shot glass.
Yep. So they had Kelsey and Madison, Mackenzie and Ghazi, Adam and Andrew, Nadia, Colin. So they have all these groups of people. And the first question they asked, and I think I know what your answer would be on this. I'll ask both of you. If someone offered you $1 million to never talk a word to me again, would you? Would you take it?
Who am I answering this to?
To you, Michael.
To Mike?
Yeah, to me.
Walters? $1 million?
Yep.
Yeah,
Never talk to me again. Not a
I'll
word.
take the $1 million.
You'll take the $1 million, Jay?
I could write you a note, right?
No. Well,
Never
Actually,
converse.
that's a
maybe.
good point. I wonder if texting counts.
it'd be a weird show if you guys weren't able to talk a word to me.
Well, I
We could
probably
learn
wouldn't be on
sign
the-
language, Mike.
I'm guessing that I would be done on the show at that point. But
Yeah, I hadn't thought that far about it. I figured we'd continue to do this show, but
well, you guys
it'd
could
be
do it.
weird.
Yeah.
Look, you're talking to a guy without cable. Yeah, I'd take the $1 million.
Yeah, I don't know if I could blame you. That'd be tough, man. That's a tough one. What if it was TCG?
$1 million though. $1 million's not that much, I guess.
Still $1 million bucks.
You'd take it in a second.
Yeah, I'd take
You
the $1 million.
kidding me?
I'd take the $1 million.
The next question.
You can pay a new friend for some money, I guess.
Could hire a new friend.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a crush on someone that I've been with, and what did you do? So you would have to be asking TCG,
yeah.
That one dude you were
yeah,
with.
who was that one guy you were dating, TCG? When we
Ty's
first
never
met?
Ty's never dated a girl that I wanted to be with.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say no.
No.
He's gone after girls that if he had made it, I think I could have answered yes, but no.
Have you ever caught your best friend having sex?
No.
Jacking off?
Your best friend.
Yeah, you
No.
walked in on him.
No.
No. Beaten off? No one's ever walked in on you beaten off?
But no, I'm answering to Ty.
Yeah.
If I was answering Ty, if he was here to answer to me, that'd probably be yes.
Would you help?
Halt. Rewind. What? Ty walked in on you beating off?
One, Ty was in the other room when that Mackinac chick happened for a little bit of it. He was passed out when I brought the girl back. And two, can't confirm that he's ever seen any of it, but I've been in the
You're so prolific.
I've been in the same room I've had times where I've had to stop for a second. Is he awake? And then back
Oh
in.
God, is he gonna feel this hit his back?
No,
That's
he
what
wouldn't. He'd be in a different bed, but the same room, possibly.
Would you care if he was?
If he was,
Yeah, if he was beaten off and you were laying there like,
What if
"Jesus,
you're
I
both
can't-"
beaten off?
Not
quietly.
Yeah, both of you.
God, I wonder if he's awake. TCG's
wouldn't-
thinking that too.
I
wonder if
wouldn't
he's
want to
awake.
see it happen, but I mean, I wouldn't really care, to be honest with you. Like,
Would you say something the next morning?
No, probably. Well, that would depend. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how I saw it.
He was standing up butt naked, just going to town on himself like a monkey.
That'd be a little ridiculous. I'd probably say something then.
Standing over you.
I would say, well, of course, I'd say something then. I'm more thinking like when we were in Vegas.
Would you wipe it up if it landed on you? We
Right.
know you don't do that with yourself, but
Right. Of course, it would not land on me. Yes, I would not just let him go at it if he would buy me. I'm talking.
what if it woke you up by hitting
Shut
you,
the
though? What if
fuck
it
up,
landed
dude.
on
I'm being
you?
serious. I would,
Inadvertent.
that would never happen. When you say would I care, I mean more like, dude, if we're like in like in Vegas, we were in Vegas. If I had like kind of got up to go to the bathroom, I look over and like, oh shit, I think I just like Ty kind of rolled over awkwardly, like kind of like I'd be like, what are you gonna do? I wouldn't even really care. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. The next question is: would you help your best friend cover up a murder?
No.
Oh, Jay.
I think about the victims.
They answered, "No, I wouldn't. Then I'd be going to jail for you. I love you, but no." What would it take for us to have sex? You and Ty.
$5 and a natty ice.
Full penetration? Are we talking, or just blowjobs?
Let's start with full penetration.
Yeah, let's go big. We can work down from there.
I would do it for 10 million.
Come on.
Bullshit.
10, no less than 5 for sure.
Somebody's got 25K.
No way.
Cold hard cash.
Nope.
It's yours, E. 25K. That could change your
Definitely
life.
not less than 5 million. No, it's
$5
not.
million.
come on,
If
dude.
Jay laid $1 million out right now
No.
and said, "You go to town,"
No.
I don't believe that.
Don't
Whatever
be so
you-
selfish, E. 50K.
No.
You've
I
got
mean, you do it
50K
for
sitting
free
there.
now.
No, I don't. And no, I did not. Or would I?
You know what you could do with 50K?
I don't care. No less than 5 million.
Oh, bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
What about the Beecher part? We went with the home run right out of the gate.
No, hold on. Let's stick with
1
the
to
home
2
run.
million.
Let's stick with the home run. $1 million sitting here in a briefcase. It's all yours, tax free. You're not going to bang TCG up the ass?
No.
Bullshit. $1
You can believe what you
million.
want. You can believe what you want. $1 million isn't that much money.
What about the Beecher?
That would be more of the million range.
What if it's him going down on you? And you can close your eyes.
It's still
$20.
Still at least 100,000.
$100,000.
Yeah.
What if it was through a glory hole and you were pretty sure it was TCG on the other side?
How
of the
does
wall?
this
But you
square-
don't know for sure.
How does this square with our ongoing Kickstarter reward, by the way?
Oof.
I don't have to justify my numbers on these ideas. I don't have to justify what I think.
That's a great point.
Right? Because he agreed to, what, $10,000 to
Yeah.
reciprocate?
Yep.
So why are we talking
For
up in
30
a million and all
For
this
30
shit?
grand, you can film it and
Yeah.
share it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And say share it on Facebook.
Well, they're going to. I mean, if they film it, it's their video. They can do what they want.
I look at the numbers are what I just said they are. So
Bullshit.
Yeah.
okay, we can whatever.
Is the problem TCG?
No.
I find it interesting that there's such a disparity between him taking it in the ass and him giving oral. Like, is it me? But I don't want my mouth anywhere near any dude's panus.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't either.
Why- understanding that's what he claims, but there's such a disparity. Like, I hate to say it, but I'd way rather give up my ass than have to. Yeah. Honestly, am I way out on a limb on that,
I don't know. That's pretty.
dude? Think about that.
No, you're right. That's bad.
Some greasy, stinky panus in your mouth.
That's a good point, dude.
You know,
That's a solid
the other
point.
way is just like, I just.
That's not a bad point. That's a fair point. I was going to stick by what I said, but that is a fair point.
I hate to go down this road, Mike.
Yeah, I've never thought of it like that, but
I don't know how you do that without just barfing endlessly and
It'd be rough, no question about it.
like you have to perform to do that, right? You've got to like Whereas
I'm
if
not
it's the
saying you
other
gotta
way,
be
you just
good at
gotta lay there limp and go into the fetal position. I guess go to your happy place.
God,
hope it's over.
You're
Right?
really,
Yeah.
You're really selling the anal over the blowjob, I guess.
That's what I'm here to do.
No, I don't think anyone's saying you got to be great at it.
Yeah,
But you got to get the guy to finish, and that you know
That's
and-
on him. That's on him.
No,
I think
it's
if you
not.
just went,
It's kind of on you. No.
I think your only
No.
role is to just go.
let him mouth fuck you.
Just create an O with your lips.
Yeah, just
No, that's just.
You're gonna have to at least put a
Dude,
tongue
yeah,
out there,
I'm
dude.
on record. I'd rather go the other way. I am on record.
I think in my
I
true
couldn't
laziness,
stand that.
personally, if gun to the head, I'd rather go.
You're gonna have to at least put your tongue
Why
out.
can't you just do that with your ass instead of your face?
I don't know that I can make that. With
just
my mouth.
present. Yeah, present
That sucks.
instead of presenting with your face.
I think I could close my eyes and just go.
God, dude, how?
The
how?
pain,
Hurry
bro.
up,
The
hurry up.
pain.
Hurry up!
Hurry up.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
No, I'm on record on. I'm right on this. You just gotta
I
bend over and give it up.
I-
You cannot put your face in the way of that. It wouldn't work, man.
I don't know that.
You saying you'd throw up? I thought that was.
Yeah,
I would
you-
definitely vomit.
Yeah, you just. Oh God. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Honestly, the other way, you could just go to your happy place, just kind of.
I think you could go to your happy place. Just
No, you couldn't with this thing. Think of greasy ass tard dick over here, just whacking in and out, balls hitting your chin.
burn victim dick.
Yeah. Really, dude? You
Yeah.
could withstand that?
You'd want that there?
Yes, I'd rather have it there.
What a discussion.
Yeah. How did we get here? This is supposed to be about E.
I just got to thinking, and
yeah. I think we'd all take hand over either, but
of
Well,
course.
because I'd rather just do this.
dude, I'd do that
Just
for
go, hurry.
$5,000. I mean,
Hurry.
Just put a bunch of lubricant in your palm and just
Just
hold it out. Hold it in
wider,
a C position.
narrower, wider.
That's when
right
you're
there.
that's
go,
when
go, go.
Some dude. King, 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 king.
you'd have
Better
to.
than-
They wouldn't let you just put your hand there. You would have to move in some capacity. You'd have to go
Why? Why?
because that's not.
In your
If I-
experience,
That's
what
not
you found?
cool. That's
if I'm about to pay somebody like, oh, I'll give you I'll give you $5,000 to give me a hand job. I don't want them just putting their. I can do fucking that. Like you need to.
Yeah, but it's still a different hand. It's better than yours.
I guess.
Damn it, dude.
Anyway. Cut.com if you want to see how they answer
there-
the questions.
Was that it? Was that the end of the question?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all the ones I had.
Oh.
Hey, look, listen, Zott Ford and Holly, the official auto dealership of the Detroit Cast, is also Metro Detroit's leading lease pull-ahead authority. They specialize in getting people out of their current leases up to 12 months early. That's right. It doesn't matter what brand your lease is or how many miles you have on it. Zott Ford can assist you in getting out of your lease early and into a shiny new Ford. Now's the time. Go to Zott Ford at I-75 and exit 98 and let them get you out of your overpriced, over-mileage lease and into a new Ford of your dreams. No one can beat Zott Ford at terminating current lease up to 12 months early. Also,
be a professional, Jay.
their goal is to match or lower your current payment. Check out their marvelous deals and their massive inventory at ZottFord.com. Get there.
I just picture you with some guy grabbing your hips. It just seems like
Yeah, and I picture some dude grabbing your ears.
my
and
ears.
you just going,
Hurry up.
hurry up and finish.
Hurry up.
God.
You're doing the same thing. just
I'm
bent
on
over.
record. Yes, I stand by that.
Come on, dude. You almost done. Hurry up. Hurry up.
You'd have to put your tongue up a little bit. You couldn't just sit there.
Wow, E. Considered this?
Well, this is a disturbing story.
It is.
Not as if that one we just did wasn't disturbing. This one was bad. This happened a couple days ago, over the weekend, I think maybe. But there's more to this story that's become public, and it's about this dad who chucked a baby off a bridge. What is the deal with
Is this another one, or
Yes.
like opposed to the one I think we heard that? Oh, that was a chick that did it like a
yeah,
few months ago.
Yep, you're
there was a
right.
chick, there was a guy that did it.
This dude, though, jumped with the baby, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, which is why he's all fucked up in that picture. If you look at him, his face is all bruised up and he's all beat up. The kid, died, of course, 7 months old. Aiden is his name. It happened Sunday night. Tony Moreno is the guy, and they've just the local Fox affiliate there in Connecticut where this happened released the text messages, the text exchange with his ex, the mother of the kid. And they had dozens of texts with 19-year-old Adrian Oyola. And boy, oh boy, when you read these, it's disturbing. Fox in Connecticut released these, as I said. So these are from Tony, sent to his ex-girlfriend. So they break up, right? And this is another one of these where if I can't be happy, then you'll never be happy, assholes. You know, one of those like, I'm going to show you how much power I have. I'm going to destroy everything you care about. And so these guys that kill the fucking kids, this is another one of these stories. But so he texts her at 11:18. These took place between 11:18 at night and 11:53 at night. So he's got the baby. It's his day or his weekend with the baby. And he's supposed to return the kid the next day to her. I really need to talk to you. And then she writes back, I was trying to talk to my friend. She just broke up with her boyfriend and wanted to talk to me. Sorry, I'm trying to be a good friend. He writes, well, I'm sorry there was a problem regarding our son. And she writes, what's going on? And then she writes, question mark, exclamation point. Why didn't you say that instead of saying I need to talk to you? Clearly nothing that matters to you. And why would I say I need to talk to you if it wasn't important? What was the matter? Don't worry, you'll see later. Just remember, I tried contacting you first. So she writes, just tell me. And then she writes, are you in the hospital? No. And again, it doesn't matter now. Just remember, you wanted to play games and lie and be childish when I tried to reach out. Okay, Tony, good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow or Tuesday. No, you won't. What do you mean, no? You won't talk to me tomorrow or any other day. Tuesday is my day. So yes, I'll text you in the morning and I'll see you when you're and see when you'll be dropping off Aiden. I won't be. Tuesday is my day. There's no more days, Adrian. What the fuck you mean?
Dude, wait, real quick. Why doesn't I get that these are he's obviously being an asshole. Why doesn't she pick up the phone and call him at this point? Why are you even going back? Like, why are you sending that and then just sitting there staring at your phone?
That's what a 19-year-old does.
I know, but I'm just saying.
And we know what the outcome is. I mean, at this point, I think this girl is having fights with this guy all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's courts involved where she's trying to get protective case orders against him. So this has been going on for months and months.
Yeah, she's trying to watch Dance Moms out of one eye and respond to these stupid
Dance Moms. Yeah, okay.
Enjoy your new life without us. And then she says, you can't just decide not to bring him back, Tony. It says in the agreement that Tuesday is my day. You can't just not bring him. Tony.
Yeah, see, it never even occurs to her at that point that he's talking about killing it.
Yeah. So then she writes, Tony, with a bunch of exclamation points. Seriously, don't play around like that. Please don't try and take him from me. You tried to take him away from me. You failed. I didn't. Enjoy your life without us now. And then she writes, where are you? Tony, I'm trying to make this co-parent thing work. You're not a parent anymore.
Wow.
You're not a parent anymore, he writes her. I'm trying to get along with you for Aiden, and your guns do this. You can't just up and leave with Aiden. Where are you? Where's Aiden? He's dead, and soon I will be too.
Oh.
Don't say that. You're playing right now. Please tell me you're kidding. You're fucking kidding me. Don't fucking talk like that. You couldn't kill your own son. Tony, please don't hurt Aiden. Please. Dude, that's chilling. Fucking chilling. And yeah, he had done that. He chucked Aiden off a bridge, and the cops, and then so she calls 911 finally, and cops go to this bridge, and they see him. As soon as he sees them, he jumps. That's when he decided to jump off the bridge.
Okay, so he did chuck the baby before.
Yeah, and so they see an empty stroller sitting there, and so they get him to the hospital. He survives. He's banged up. He's in serious condition, and he's denying things at first, and then quickly that breaks down. And so the cops they can't find the baby. They can't find the 7-month-old baby. And so they're asking him, well, in basketball terms, would you say it was like a free throw? How far did you chuck this kid off the bridge? Like a free throw is how far I threw the baby off the bridge. The baby ended up floating 15 miles downriver, and they found him.
Damn it.
Yeah. Brutal.
Like a free throw.
Like a free throw. How disgusting is that? So it's emerged that the police department applied for an arrest warrant for Moreno on June 25th over an alleged violation of a restraining order, but had it sent back. They were told to make revisions. So the court's like, not good enough, send it back. The warrant was finally signed this week, but Aiden was already dead. Oyola, who lived with Moreno and his family until June 17th, told police that she and her ex-boyfriend had not been getting along for months leading up to Sunday's incident. She applied for a restraining order against her then boyfriend, claiming Moreno had acted violently toward her, hidden her graduation dress, and made threats involving their baby son. He has told me he could make my son disappear any time of the day. He told me he could make me disappear. Told me how he could kill me. I sometimes am scared to sleep. He told me he would put me in the ground and put something on me to make me disintegrate faster. This is in her claims to the judge as she's trying to get a restraining order. She added that Moreno would often slap her, verbally abuse her, calling her ugly or stupid. The restraining order was granted on a temporary basis, but on June 29th, she appeared in court again and asked the judge to extend the order. He's constantly calling me names, constantly shoving me around, and just abusive. Judge Barry Pincus denied her request. He ruled the pair needed to figure out, quote, their relationship for Aiden's sake and grow up and deal with each other as adults. But he did not find that there was an imminent threat to the kid or to her. You know, and obviously,
how many of these cases do you see, though, a judge like that? You probably
Yeah.
see a million of them. Just immature. She's 19. What's he?
22.
Yeah. And they're just fighting. They're assholes. They're immature.
Yeah.
They're dipshits. Like, get along. Figure out a way to get along.
Yeah.
You
for
never
the kid's
dream.
sake.
Unless there's obvious abuse that's been going on, you
Mhm.
don't think he's going to kill the kid.
Yeah. It's just,
Hindsight.
yeah, hindsight is always 20/20, as we know. And yeah, if you've got 100 cases a week, and if you're, does that probably go to the family court?
Yeah.
Is that
And
directed
they
to the
probably
family?
all look the same over
Yeah.
and over and over.
And you just never know where the sociopath is going to be that's going to actually go through it. I don't know. The disturbing part, unless if someone's really beating the shit out of you all the time, you would think there would be marks left, and then it's easy to go, look what he did, call
Yeah.
the police.
Or marks on the kid.
Yeah. And if that's not present, you're
And it's
going
just
his
verbal
word, her
shit.
word. He called me stupid. He hid my dress.
Yeah.
Those aren't enough to make someone pull a restraining order. It's just not. And I know it sounds terrible, especially when you know the outcome. But yeah, that's got to be a really tough position. And that judge has to live with that now, knowing that,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Imagine that free throw, though. I mean, you're
With a
7-month-old kid. That's
Elbow
it's
in.
like a medicine ball. That's a tough.
I don't know what a 7-month-old would weigh.
I'm trying to think, man.
I was
You know,
thinking when
if they're like 8 pounds when they're born. I don't know.
Yeah, to get it a free throw.
yeah, that's pretty.
Like 20 pounds.
Wow.
20-pound medicine ball.
Could you free? I mean, he probably came up short.
8.3 kilograms for
Kilograms.
Come on, Mickey. Where do we live?
We're in goddamn America.
Jesus, Mickey, I'm disappointed.
America. Come on now, kilograms.
What is 7.7 kilograms?
I don't want.
It's 16.97 pounds.
And what are you declaring as 16.9?
That's the average weight of a 7-month-old baby child.
7-year
male.
old, right? Or
7 months.
Oh, 7 months.
Oh, I
Okay.
would think a 7-year-old, you'd have a lot of trouble. You'd have to grab
Oh,
2 arms.
Jesus
You'd have to
Christ.
grab an arm and a leg and really.
You'd have to whip him.
And it would know what's happening.
You'd almost have
Yeah,
to spin
sir.
360 like
God
a shot
damn it.
put and get
Yes.
some momentum.
Fuck
Yeah.
me. I get it.
Yeah, it'd be like
You
a
would.
hammer throw.
Yeah.
Kind of twisting around.
We should do that one day and see how far we could throw E. Like if you grabbed a leg and I grabbed an arm and we got in sync.
Yeah.
You know when you could do
Because
that
eventually we're gonna have that carcass here, and we're gonna have to do the
Yeah.
1
and a
2
2 and a
3 out the back door.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get it far enough. Bring him back. 1 and a 2 and really get some distance. I wonder how far
and
we
then
could
just let
chuck
the
him.
wildlife take over.
No,
I hope I died during the show. I would actually.
Oh God, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We hope that too.
For
We
the show,
almost
too.
pray for that.
It'd be nothing but a positive.
Well,
for
we
the
need to
show.
remove his head. Remember, we're gonna mount it.
We talked about the noose too.
Well, we'll have to have someone do that. I'm not removing his head.
I want. Yeah, Gary was going to do that for us. I think wasn't he? I wanted his head
by the way,
mounted here so we could walk in every day and slap the shit out of his
And
face.
then have his panoose coming out of the wall too, and it would just drain it. It would be like a fountain.
Right.
Hook it up with a little I don't know thing behind the wall that
Right.
would then push the water out into like a beer bottle,
Yeah.
just on continuous loop.
By the way, I don't know why, but because of just talking about him so many times and what he does, I just had this feeling that Gary, the dead body expert, was going to look like this creepy dude, or like there was going to be some
Normal guy, right?
Right,
He's walking amongst us.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just because of the stories and the nickname that we've nickname we've given him,
Thought
I
he'd
just
crawl in all pale,
like
and
hair. This was
pasty.
going to be like, fucking Donald Trump hair and just creepy looking.
So you found him rather attractive as far as that goes. I mean,
Thought he looked like a normal person.
yeah. On the attractive side, I mean,
I didn't say I was attracted to him. I just said I thought he looked like a just normal.
well, you
person.
took notice of his look, though. I mean, you were expecting one thing, and it was like, wow, that was a nice surprise.
Yeah,
I wasn't
expecting
him
a
to look so
fucking
good.
creep, like I don't know, just a Gollum looking kind of person.
Gotham or Gollum.
Right.
No, whatever. Sorry.
Gotham.
A Gotham looking character.
Yeah. Anyway, what a horrible story, though. Chucking a baby. You never thought about anything like that, did you? Like doing a free throw with your baby. You wouldn't. I mean,
Why do you even ask that?
No, for the record, I haven't.
I was just asking. You never know until you ask, right? There's no such thing as a dumb question.
That is true.
Just say.
You learn everything.
I'm an open book. Whatever you want to ask.
How
Go ahead.
awesome would it have been if you went, you know what? There was one day where Manny would not shut the fuck up. And I was like, I swear to God, I could free throw this kid off a bridge
Yeah.
right now. Like,
No.
that would have been great if that response would have existed. Boy can wish. Now we got a boyfriend. We all remember playing video games, right? I mean, I was doing it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
We like video games. Girlfriend, ever been there where you're playing video games and you got a nagging girlfriend?
No.
No. Well, of course you don't.
It's never been
He's
an
not
issue.
into it. This dude slipped a few drops of sleeping shit into his girl's tea
Yeah.
so that he could play video
Ah,
games
what are
all
you
night,
gonna do?
not be bothered.
Dude.
Yeah.
Pretty extreme.
Yeah, he was playing his Xbox. He put a sedative into her tea, and
She's
after-
mad about this? What?
Yeah, I don't know how you would find out about this.
Yeah. Wouldn't you just be like,
Oh, you must have. Yeah, you must have got a bug last night. You slept soundly, slept fitfully. So he puts 4 or 5 drops into her tea. She fell asleep until noon the next day.
I could use some of that shit.
Dude, why not just
Yeah.
put some like NyQuil in it? Why even have it? I mean, no offense, but you put a little NyQuil into a drink, it just puts you out for about 6-7 hours.
He probably had some tasteless shit, right?
Probably.
But I
I
feel
don't
like
know
you
what
could
it was.
hide NyQuil.
He told the court he put 4 or 5 drops of the sedative into her tea, but now the ex-girlfriend said she slept solidly until lunchtime the following day. Then I got up, drove to work, although I was nodding off again and again.
Did she operate heavy machinery? I hope not.
Well, she just said a car. Is a car heavy?
Yeah, car.
True. Good point. I never think of that as
I know.
You know, when I see that that warning, don't operate heavy machinery, I always picture like a bulldozer.
Right, cranes or
Yeah,
something. You
yeah.
never picture your car.
But you're right, a car is heavy machinery.
Yeah. Moped is probably considered, well, maybe not heavy machinery. So the judge said to him,
Your girlfriend has slept long and deeply, which didn't harm her, but this is certainly a premeditated bodily harm. The court is spoken! Order.
Is it really?
Premeditated bodily harm. No, he wasn't trying to do her bodily. I
He
disagree
really
with the
just
judge
wanted to
there.
sleep.
yeah.
Play some
So
video
what did he
games.
get? Doesn't say what he got in terms of a sentence.
The judge went, get out of here, you knucklehead.
Yeah.
Get out of here. What was your high score?
Right, that's what I was going to ask. What game was it?
What's your high Tony Hawk. God, video games are way overrated.
Oh, whoa.
Some are.
I disagree.
No, that's not fair. Your boys are upstairs playing a sweet game right now, and you looked at it for 20 seconds and went, I'm getting nauseous. I can't even look at the screen.
I can't handle it.
You get dizzy, so that doesn't count. If you didn't get dizzy looking at the screen when they're playing, and I admit the way they were playing, they were doing the split screen on Call of Duty
Movement
Ghosts,
everywhere.
Jay, did this?
and there is a lot of movement. But if you're playing in one player and it's full screen, it's not nearly as
Really?
Yeah.
I'm still as proud of my NCAA national championships as I've ever been. Looking back on my many battles.
you were never that. Big
Oh,
on
I
video
hated
games.
it. I've said it before, man. When our group of guys got into really heavy game playing, like
Yeah,
I was like, I'm out of here, man. And I don't
Yeah.
think you were big time into it,
No,
but
not
Deuce
really.
and Troy,
yeah.
some of the other guys would sit around for all night long. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? This is Friday night, Saturday night. Why? And there was a distinct time. I remember it. Like
Yeah.
when that hit and everybody started doing that. And I'm just like, not into this, dude.
Yeah.
Why? We were having fun before doing our shit. Why
Yeah.
are we looking at a TV screen playing Nintendo now. This is stupid.
Yeah, it was. And it didn't last that long, I don't think.
It's long enough to be fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Over at Osterbeck's house.
Yeah.
Remember that? What
Yeah.
are they even playing? Tecmo Bowl or something?
Oh my
Probably
god,
Tecmo Bowl.
Techno Bowl is awesome.
Tecmo Bowl. Yeah, we played a lot of Tecmo Bowl. And there was a time when we got an old Atari game system too, like a 2600.
Yeah.
And so we had the asteroids and all that, but that wears out really quick. But yeah, I don't think that lasted all that long because I was never real big into those games. Like I could get into it for a little bit, but 20 minutes later, it was like, all right, let's.
Oh my
I even
god.
think it was
go
like
do
Mario Brothers, the original.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mario Brothers.
Dude, I
Bad
had
memories.
seasons and seasons in freaking games. Like I played baseball, MLB baseball for years in EA Sports, and I would play the whole 162 game season, and I would play 9 innings. I didn't do no fucking 4 inning shit either. Like
does
some
any part of you while you're sitting there like start to think, man, I got to do other stuff, or this is a lot of time that's going by? Does that ever?
Yeah.
It didn't when I was doing it. I haven't played video. I will say I haven't played them in. I mean, I have a PS2 still, so I haven't played video games in probably about 7 years, really.
Even back then, it's probably a
But-
huge personality flaw on my part, but I can't sit there and I can't relax and do something like that without thinking about all the other shit I should be doing. It seems like just a colossal waste of time to me.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sitting there like, what's this going to get me? Like, where's this going to get me?
yeah.
I'm just going to be way behind on other stuff because I'm sitting here like, dun, 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 dun.
in
This is
high
stupid.
school though.
Yeah, even back then, I would think that way. Honestly,
That's just
Is that a
weird. That's
curse?
your type A. Yeah.
it's a curse, man.
It is. Well, we got to a point, Troy, Dust, and a few of us where we would set the game on. We'd watch the football, Madden. We'd play Madden like crazy, and we'd set the computer to play the computer, and we'd bet on the games and just let the games play each
Now
other.
that's kind of wow. I don't know about that.
You'd bet on Madden games?
Yeah, and we just let the game play itself,
Hmm.
and we'd watch like an NFL game.
That I don't know about.
Yeah,
that
but
I'm
it was.
not.
But we'd be drinking the whole
Of
time
course,
and
I'm
laughing
sure.
and fucking around.
I
mean,
get it,
but it was just the concept of watching this computer play itself and betting on it was fun.
Dude, to this day, I remember I won a national championship game one time, and I was down by 5 or some shit with a minute to go. I don't know why the computer didn't just knee it, but they didn't. I got an interception and pick 6, ran it back, and I was so excited.
I was like the Super Bowl last year.
It was.
Why did they
oh,
throw that ball?
Right, there we go.
Hey, Chris Stajelski, are you thinking about buying or selling a home but aren't sure where to begin? Chris Stajelski of Remax Suburban is more than happy to help. Set up an appointment with Krista with a K, and she will simplify the process, even enough for a Big E to understand. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
You know what's fun? Real quick, I wouldn't say this if it weren't someone you guys knew, but Chris McQueen was into games. He had like a solid record throughout my high school. He did not lose in Madden or NCAA to people. Like no matter
play anybody,
anytime, dude, and he'd whoop up on you, dude. Like it'd be like 55.
Really?
I think I got happy one time when I got 2 touchdowns on him. Like he literally, I think, went undefeated through our high school career.
Yeah.
Like anybody we played. Now I don't know that people we played, they might not have been good.
And that paid off
But-
for him, right?
No,
it's way
but
far ahead.
No,
Yeah,
of course not. But
it's
I'm
great.
that dude. Who gives a fuck? It was entertainment, man. Like
Yeah.
God.
Chris McQueen.
You want to see a quick video here that this guy
Is this
posted?
the dumb chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta see it just because you said.
Lauren.
Oh God, you're right by
Macklin's
the
her name.
face, dude.
She's kind of cute, actually. Believe it or not.
But when Jay
very dumb
said, when you
looking.
look at the
You can
face,
just look at an image and go, yeah.
oh God.
Yeah. Well, she had asked her I guess she was on Fianced, David Mapp, if he would prefer someone brainy or someone like her while they were watching TV one
Oh
night.
boy, here
And
we go.
So he just asks her, how long would it take to drive 80 miles at 80 miles per hour?
Oh no.
And she's
What's the
absolutely
answer, real
stumped.
quick, before she gives it?
I mean, what is it? 80 miles at 80. What is it? 80 miles at 80
If you're going 80 miles an hour, how long would it take you to go
an
80
hour,
miles?
right? I don't know. Is it wrong? Is it a minute?
Oh, God.
It's a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Whatever. Who cares?
Play it.
Like, what is it? What?
Yeah.
I just really struggle with somebody that has to think about that.
Oh no, you struggle with it, do you? Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, what? You struggle with it?
I do.
If a car He's traveling at 80 miles per hour. How long will it take to do 80 miles?
Well, how am I meant to know that?
The car's doing 80 miles per hour. So how long will it take to do 80 miles?
A minute, righty?
I actually thought it was, but I thought it was sounded too easy to me. It seemed like an obvious answer, so for some reason I
You got it right.
no, I didn't.
How
Shut
long does
up.
it take to do a minute? Mile.
See, she's on the same track.
How long does it take?
How long does it take to do a minute?
Work it out. If you're doing 80 miles per hour,
Hmm.
how long does it take to do 80 miles?
8 minutes.
Why is it 8 minutes?
8 divided by 10.
You're doing 80 miles per hour.
8
So how long does it take to do 80 miles?
Why would she let him film this?
in portrait. She's stumped.
It's kind of adorable.
The wheels going.
Yeah, she's trying. She's literally trying.
Yeah. She's doing the
Do you know
math.
what 80 miles per hour means?
This is the kind of girl you want, I think.
Speed. And if you're traveling at 80 miles per hour,
She said she didn't know what 80 miles per
how
hour.
many miles can you do in an hour?
80.
Yeah. So if you're doing 80 miles per hour, how long does it take to do 80 miles?
I honestly don't know. And I don't even know why you're video recording me.
It's funny. You're doing 80 miles an hour. How long does it take to do 80 miles?
It's hurting my brain cells.
Wow.
8 minutes. It just, I'm dividing it by 10. Remember
But
at
why?
school they just divide by 10.
Why?
What by 10? You're doing 80 miles per hour. Okay? That's what it's called on the speedo, yeah? 80 miles per hour.
Yeah, where does the 10 come? That is one
You're
of
not telling me the answer.
I am.
80.
80. No. That's how fast you're going 80.
You just said you're giving me the answer, so you're saying 80.
No, I'm not saying 80.
What? You're
Listen,
saying 80 miles
listen.
per hour.
Yeah. And you're doing 80 miles per hour. How long does it take you to do 80
Has like
miles?
4 million views,
80
right?
minutes.
80 minutes.
You just said you're telling me the answer.
I am.
It's 80 minutes.
It's not 80 minutes.
Well, you're not saying 60 or 20 or 50. You're saying 80.
80 miles per hour.
I kind of agree with
An
her on
hour.
that point. That
What? What point?
That he's not giving her the answer, really.
He absolutely is.
Yes, he
no,
is.
he hasn't. I disagree on that. But
He's saying 80 miles per hour.
I
That's
get
the
it.
answer.
80 miles per hour. So if you were doing, if you were
an
doing,
hour and a half, that's only 64 miles.
so if you were
how
doing
should you
10,
80?
if you were doing 10 miles an hour, yeah,
So you're on about someone traveling 10 miles per hour for 80 minutes.
no, for
Be
an
visible as
hour,
low.
an hour.
Yeah.
It would
What
take
a
an hour.
stump.
Yeah. Could you deal with that?
Oh, dude.
So he was right. It was a minute.
Yeah.
It'd take you
Good
80
work,
miles an hour. To go 80 miles would take you a minute.
Is that really what it is? That's
Yes.
it, right?
Yeah.
I had two answers in my head. One was an hour, and one was a minute. For some reason, I said the hour first.
Yeah. But ultimately, you got it right. So that's
yeah.
good.
It's disturbing that you took two guesses to get it. It was
I know.
obviously a minute,
I don't know
but-
why. In my head, I felt like it was a trick question for some reason. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
shit.
I can't do this.
Do what?
I can't do this.
Then leave. I don't care. Fuck you.
Eric, it's an hour, buddy. It's an hour, not a
Okay,
minute.
So what? I'm wrong.
I can't do this. I can't.
Me
I
and
don't know why
Mike
you guys
can.
are
Me
keeping
and Mike
straight
can.
faces.
Oh, I wasn't keeping a straight face, but
I
I don't know what
you
the-
can go ahead and laugh.
I don't know.
Oh no. Oh no. You can't take this.
No, it was like it's because you gave two answers.
I don't
And it
even
was like
care.
it seemed
Whatever.
easy enough, but
God damn it. Whatever. I don't.
how we doing for email?
Get the fuck out of here.
We have some email.
I'm not gonna fucking.
You're not good at fucking.
No, I'm not good at that either. But
Austin writes in, Dear Webster, Spencer, Homo producer, and either of the interchangeable engineers, I am a loyal listener of every episode since the DNM days. My parents used to listen to the show while driving me to school. Since I am currently a high school student with no cash, I work a wonderfully menial job at Little Caesars. At my particular restaurant, we are allowed to use the radio in the back to play music. Normally, it's either oldies or rap, but not today. Today, I heard the ever so familiar sound of Africa. After hearing Walter sing this so often, I decided that now it was my turn. While belting out my own rendition of such a classic, customers began to complain. After my shift, I was advised by my manager.
Really?
Was advised by my manager to never sing in the back again, especially Africa.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Thanks for getting me in trouble at work, guys. Sincerely, Austin.
Dude, how many high school listeners do we? I'm serious. That's like 3 or so that I know of. But that's crazy to me.
P.S. On our ride home from an East Coast vacation, my father and I loaded up 10 hours of the DCast, and 15 minutes in, my mother was convinced that Big E was a flaming homo.
Oh, wow. That seals it. That seals it. Your fucking
Smart
mom.
lady.
Yeah.
Smart
fucking
lady.
mom. E.
Yeah, a little
Have some
respect.
No,
for
I will
Austin's
not have
mom.
respect for his
That
mom
was-
who said
You
that.
owe her an apology.
I will not do it.
Maybe you're too worked up to give it now, but you owe her that.
I never will.
Stacy writes in, train the damn dog. Jay, come on now. You're going to have to take the lead and make this happen. I guarantee I
I don't
can train
want
this
anyone
dog.
pulling a
or-
train on the dog.
Or someone
Absolutely
else
not.
can easily. She will not be a nuisance anymore. Hearing Mickey and Webster make excuses for her is offensive to me. And you guys being bullied by the Proops is having a negative.
Proops.
It's having a negative impact on my freeze worth because of if half the time was put into training her that is used bitching about her, she'd be trained by now.
How would just running a train on the dog fix her problems? That's absurd. That's the dumbest advice I've ever heard. I don't want any of you guys anywhere near the dog. Certainly not running a train on it.
Yeah, running. That is fun to do, but not with a dog necessarily.
She can be taught, leave it. What a concept. Fucking leave it. Also, she can be taught to back up, wait, etc., using positive reinforcement, says Stacy.
Stacy's mom. That's all I ever think about when I hear Stacy.
She's got it going on.
All right.
Ed writes in, the Proops couldn't run. So he's referring to the Tennessee law that we discussed late in the show yesterday.
Yeah.
Where you can save a hot Proops out of a
Yes.
car.
The hot dog Proops.
As long
Hot
as
dog
it's
Carl.
reasonable, right? A bystander,
Right.
a passerby can indicate, oh my gosh, that Proops is dying in there. I'm going to break the window, let the Proops out. You said if that were my Proops would run out of there and run into the street and probably get hit by a car and killed.
Right.
Well, Ed says, didn't Mike say that the Proops has to have her faggoty seatbelt on anytime she's in the car? How could she run away?
Well, Mike doesn't put the faggoty seatbelt on her though.
Yeah, I'm known to not put the seatbelt on her.
Any
Because
changing of
of
his
faggoty.
story would lend to his credibility. Good point.
I didn't change the story. If it was Beth and I in the car and we were going on any sort of
Then it
distance,
would be.
then the seatbelt would be on the Proops. And
The set
would-
said a quote unquote faggoty seatbelt.
yeah, but if it was just
she,
me,
she would never leave the Proops in the car, right?
no. When Beth and I have been together, like when we took the Proops to Canada with us, we went to Canada, and we stopped at a grocery store to grab some things, and she just ran it in, and I stayed in the car with the Proops. Yeah, me and the Proops just stayed in the car with the air conditioning on.
God. James writes in, sanctuary cities. Please tell Chaz that Detroit is one too. God forbid we lock up criminals. Did you
Yeah.
know that? We're a sanctuary city?
Wow. No, it doesn't surprise me terribly, but who's going to want to come here anyways? Right. Let's see him making a run for Detroit.
Yeah, San Francisco, Detroit.
Yeah.
Chris writes in, what's up, Chaz, the king, and the cum-stained, stinksing, not so mildly retarded fuckboy whom this email is about? This is my first time writing in, though I've been a big fan from
First
the
time, long
beginning.
time.
Let me start off by saying I absolutely love the show. I don't listen to radio at all anymore, just you guys and my music on my iPod. So here it is. Listening to today's episode, I damn near just stopped it and went full on white girl and said, I literally can't even. While stories of Big E's antics and diaries entries are great, I cannot take him. Hardly speaking in the mic in large doses. From his inability to complete a sentence to him having so much spit in his mouth, he sounds like a Chicago hooker post BJ. It's unbearable. And please, please, please remind him that he is on the show. So stop being such a fucking fanboy and laughing, clicking, screeching, and or repeating things that were just
That's
mentioned.
fair.
Seriously, from someone who is behind the show 100%, he literally stinks it up. Jay, if you could not take days off, we fans would appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you must, I'd rather hear Beh or Kadog step up to the number 2 mic than be forced to suffer through 2 hours of completely unoriginal, unfinished thoughts and clicks and rant. P.S. I've saved the Amazon link on all my office computers and got my family, who don't listen for most part, to agree to use the link as well. Thank you, Chris.
Wow.
Goodbye, BUI, Chris.
I appreciate
Thank
it,
you,
Chris.
Chris.
And I'm assuming that I'll see you at the Cabbage Patch tonight at 10:30 in Grosse Pointe to watch me do 5 minutes of comedy.
15 or so comics there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Good night of comedy if
Yeah.
you can make it out, right?
Right.
The Cabbage Patch in Grosse Pointe.
Yeah.
Yeah, go see.
You working new material or?
Yeah. I only get 5 minutes, but I'm going to tell a new joke. So
Cool.
Well, that was not the final email. I have one more. That was the penultimate email.
All right.
What's that mean?
The second to last.
Okay.
BW writes in, Jay, I wouldn't normally write in, but there's this thorn in my side that is twisted every time that brain donor Zot addresses the TDC listeners. In case there is anyone who missed it the first 827 times, he is literally addressing the Detroit Cast listeners. This error is similar to the phrases ATM machine, PIN number, DC Comics, or LCD display, which are symptoms of the cleverly named RAS syndrome or redundant acronym syndrome.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
we're all familiar.
It's pretty clever.
It's very
Since I'm writing in anyway, I also thought that I would take the liberty of weighing in on the Big E vote. The vote as to whether we should kill off.
Where's the
character
tally
Big E.
board?
Yeah.
Should we have a board up
By
somewhere?
saying that whoever orchestrated the vote to begin with is a fool. Eric may not be in the running for any popularity awards on the show, but he has definitely earned his keep. He gets a bad rap for not contributing anything useful, but on many occasions that he begins to voice his opinion, Mike will shut him down for fear of losing his spot as second fiddle on his own show. He can certainly take a jest better than the lardass. Whew. Wow, he kind of turned the tables on you there, Mike.
Especially since I identify as thin.
That is kind of a shot.
Keep rocking, guys. Thank you, BW.
I don't like
And
BW.
We will save the rest for Monday.
Sounds good.
I don't like BW.
All right, let's kill it there. Anything fun this weekend?
Yeah, we'll be doing some things.
Yeah.
I'll report back on Monday.
Doing some activities. Will
There'll be some activities.
to talk about on Monday's show.
Yeah. Tune in on Monday. Hear about my activity.
I love it. Well, have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging with the show this week. We really appreciate it. And let's do it again on Monday.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.